Hello, dear people. Welcome to With Wisdom, Embodying Energy, Embracing Seasons. I'm
Hello,
Gabriela, and here with my dear.
Sam.
Hello, everyone. So I led you with Sam to wrap up a little bit the month, and then we will do a small exercise to transition into.
Mm. It's been a really interesting month for us, hasn't it, Gabby? We've been talking about some shifts, I think. Shifts, these sort of kind of quite size. It feels sometimes a bit seismic, the shifts between the fire of summer that we had into now in August, this late summer energy of Earth.
Mm.
And we've talked about all sorts of things about having good boundaries in place to support us, being the lake and not the glass of water. I think that was in our last video. The one before the interview. We've had Helena talking to us about all of the wonderful ways that she keeps that wisdom in her life through the notion of love. And what else have we been doing? We've done so many things, and it feels kind of like a lot of busyness. There's been that busyness, that tussle. I really feel and have felt that tussle of energy between the fire energy and the earth energy.
Mm.
Um, and I think it's something that I think many people are feeling. And we see in the world of work that we do, more and more coaches pulling in and therapists and wellness people pulling in the need for rest and that kind of pause point.
Mm.
And I'm hoping that through all the things that we have been sharing with our audience, there's little snippets that they can pull on to provide that pause point, that recalibration between these periods of transition, where there's big energy into a more kind of calmer energy. And I wonder whether you have got anything to offer here, Gabby, for our watchers and listeners.
Yeah, I wanted today, we have been reflecting and we have been reading and using a lot of our head.
Mm.
One of the exercise we brought ourselves to the body, but I wanted to share or offer something more embodied that it has been quite a guidance for me in the moments of transition. And just to know that, for example, in Chinese medicine, yeah, earth is related to late summer, but it's also the transitional element. And if you see it in living life, it's like that.
Mm.
Our earth is the horizontal plane where even when you are coming from winter to spring, you need to go through earth. And when you're coming back from summer to autumn, you go to earth. So
Mm.
it's like this movement, no? And we are gonna
Mm.
do a small movement. So if you're willing to, I invite you to stand up. It's
Mm. I'm going to join you.
if you cannot do it standing up, you can adapt it. But if you can do it, it would be wonderful to get the embodied sense of feeling. Yeah. So you stand up with shoulder relaxed, like you feel like you are in a waterfall that is relaxing all your back and your shoulders, your feet, your legs are shoulder distance wide, and you just take a moment to sense and to feel how the earth is holding you, how it's welcoming your feet, how is your connection with earth and on your feet, and how is your posture. And I will show you first some the movement that you have an idea how it
Yeah.
is, then we can do it together, okay?
Yeah.
So what the movement consists is you start to feel the connection between the middle of the palm of your hands, imagining like you had a string. So you had it over the calf, and you can imagine this string connecting to the knees or to the calf. And we start by breathing in, taking the weight on one of the legs. So for example, I will do like a mirror, I will do then the right leg for you, taking the weight, and when I'm breathing in, I'm bringing the other leg up, no, like I'm like a pop-up, do you mean? So
Okay.
correct it,
All right.
and I'm bringing up, no? And it's not a matter how much up you can go. It's
Yeah, a bit of wobble then.
Voila, be gentle with yourself and just notice how much up. Yeah. For example, me at the moment, I don't have much equilibrium, so how much up? And then breathing out, you bring it down and start to transition the weight to the leg you just made go up, and do the same for the other leg. No, so breathing in and going down and transitioning. You see, so for this transition, notice you go to the middle, to your center of gravity, transition to the other side, and breathing in, sorry, bringing up the leg, and do it at your tempo. I'm just showing that you can have an idea. And what it helps me is just to approach to myself with curiosity and openness on how is it at this moment. Sometimes, for example, today I cannot like do my leg to raise my legs too much, because then I become unstable. So it's also conversing with you. Your body is conversing and dialoguing with you. So get yourself comfortable and get to know yourself in this moment of transition, and see, okay, how much up you can, what can you accommodate or shift in your body that allows you to make a smoother transition between the middle, one
Mm.
side, and breathe and come into this flow of transitioning with your body. Yeah. With gentleness, love. We were talking how important is to tender sympathy towards ourselves, that we can extend it to others. And then once you feel it's enough, you come back to the middle. You can put your hands in Chinese, in Qigong is the lower dantian, it's like two fingers below I forgot the name.
Belly button.
Yeah, thank you very much, belly button. And breathe in there. That's also your earth digestive system that is allowing to digest and process and transform everything you have gathered and harvest through the summer season. And whenever you're ready, we are going to transition to sitting. And if you're willing to, Sam, I don't know if you had because I was speaking too much, but the opportunity to sense.
No, I'm going to share because you saw me wobble right at the beginning, and I think
Yeah.
that was because I was rushing until I had a bit more of that fire energy, and I was a bit of a rush, and I wobbled a little bit, and then followed you, and it felt really nice actually. And then I noticed myself speeding up, and I think again I had that kind of, oh, let's go a bit quicker, and then had to slow myself down because I felt a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
impingement in my hip flexors,
Mm-hmm.
and it was almost like my body was saying, isn't this supposed to be like a kind of a recalibration, and you're overstretching us like that. It actually was the kind of like a little mini conversation with my hip flexors I was having as I did that. And then I slowed down. I found that really, really helpful. Such a simple,
Mm-hmm.
simple technique.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you talked about harvest, and I kind of took myself back to the 1st of August, which was Lammas, and we were talking about harvest at that point. And when you harvest, you clear a harvest, in the fields or in your garden, then you're cutting, you're cutting the corn or you're cutting the vegetables, and then you're revealing the earth. You're kind of revealing the earth again. So there's a sort of clearing, but it also is giving thanks. So there was a notion then of me giving thanks to my body, because I feel like I've been harvesting energy, but I haven't actually given any thanks to my body
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
storing that energy and transmitting that energy and giving me that energy to do all the things that I want to do in my life.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
beautiful. Thank you, Sam.
yeah.
You see, sometimes it's very simple. And as I said, you can do it sitting, just like in sitting you can do that. It's a way of seeing how you share that where am I rushing that I don't need to rush, how am I like demanding or expecting more than I can give in this moment, because sometimes we are demanding not only from yourself, from earth, from the others, and then we have frustration and misunderstanding. So yeah, for me it has been very, very powerful. Not only when I like train qigong completely in a sequence of movements, but I use it also sometimes when I'm feeling unsettled, when I'm
Yeah.
feeling like the fire energy can be too heavy
Mm,
and you can be too up. Then you come down and
mm,
see how much stability you are having, and you can still gather for yourself. Yeah.
love it. Thank you so much.
You're
We've
welcome.
had a really kind of, I think, a really rich month, and it has been different. I think I have felt our conversations slightly differently this month, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's genuinely to do with what's going on internally and externally.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I hope that our viewers, I hope you viewers enjoy what you heard and what you've listened to. We would so appreciate some comments, some shares, and if you're finding it really supportive for you, maybe you could share the link with some of your, close friends or colleagues who you think would really benefit, who they could just dip in and out. We try to keep our videos relatively short so that you can kind of, don't feel like it's like too much. But even if it's like you feel like, oh, this is a little bit long, just pausing it and then coming back to us at a later stage. But we are going to be heading into September.
Mm.
Oh, this is going to be a month to savor. So I'm really hoping that you all join us, stay with us. Just before I say goodbye, is there anything you'd like to add, Gabby?
Just thank you, and just want to be pretentious and show my tree, like the tree we have in our logo.
Love
And it's
it.
coming, and this part of also how to transition. No, you were. I think I saw a post from you about rooting, no, and your roots.
Yeah.
And you are
Yeah.
writing about your roots and cooking,
Mm,
and this is coming from one of my homelands, from Estonia, from so yeah. So just
yeah,
to
roots
keep,
are very
keep
important. And
yourself.
as we clear the harvest, we do still see the roots. The
Yeah,
roots of those plants are still there. So actually they are become much more visible. And that's the time for us also to give thanks to our roots and to what we've come from, who's been before us, who's supporting us to do the work that we're doing now.
yeah. Thank you.
So it's with wisdom signing off for August. Can't believe another month has gone. So we are all about embodying energy and embracing seasons. We hope you've enjoyed. It's bye bye from me. Bye bye.
Bye bye.